Hello lovelies, today's the day, it's the 14th of January and I'm coming to you from my sitting room. I thought I'd do something a little bit different today because I wanted to talk about the reality that we choose for ourselves to live in. I had this conversation earlier and I was talking to somebody that doesn't like where they work, doesn't like who they work for and doesn't enjoy what they do. And the advice I gave them was that you choose that reality every single day. You choose to go to that job every single day. You choose to stay in that energy every single day. And I'm not telling people to leave their jobs, but what I am saying is you get a choice. And if you don't like where you work and you don't want to carry on doing what you do, only you can make that change. Only you can make that decision to look for another job. To follow your own passion, become self-employed, whatever it might be that you see yourself doing. And it's really, really important that you remember that on your journey, because the magician is on the bottom of the deck, because you are the magician. You get to choose. You are the writer, the producer, the director, the script writer of your whole life. You get to write the script. And if you want to flip the script at any time, you can. It's as simple as that, really. And it was an enlightening conversation, because what came out of that conversation, Frank's just literally coming to join me. She's sitting right there with me. What came out of that conversation was the whole emotion behind it was fear. What if? And how many of us have sat in that fear saying, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? And I've always said this to my child, and I will continue to say it. My child is 27 now, and with the whole what if, sorry, you've got the emperor on the bottom of the deck there. What if? What if what? What if it doesn't work? Well, then you'll know not to do that again. But what if you fly? Will you love it? Will it bring you joy? If you never do it, you'll never know. And with the emperor on the bottom of the deck, that's about sitting in your emperor energy, in your boss energy. What do you want to do in life? What do you want to be? Who do you want to be? What do you want to achieve? What's your why? Such an important question. I think it's something that is lost over time. I mean, I'm 58 this year, and I know, anything I talked about as a child was poo-pooed in a sense. Well, you can't do that. You come from a council estate. You can't do that. You're not educated enough. You can't do that. Blah, 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 whatever it might have been. And I've never let people's opinions... No, I shouldn't say that. I have allowed people's opinions. I never now let people's opinions guide my own judgment, my own intuition, my own desires. Because when you start doing that and those voices get into your own head, literally, it can destroy everything. And you just watch that happen. Look at the card that just popped out, the magician card. You are the magician in your own life. You're the wizard behind the curtain. You had the power all along. You just didn't remember you did. We're all born with the power to choose. We were born with free will. Yet we allow other people to talk us down from it, to talk us off the edge of the shelf, whatever it might be, whatever you want to jump into, whatever your desire is. It's yours. It's your dream. It's your vision. Don't let other people take away your magic. We've got the 7 of Wands and the star sticking out, right? 7 of Wands. You have the magic within you. Oh, and behind the star, we have the victory. The 6 of Wands. The victory is yours. Stand in your power. Stand behind your victory, because you are the star of your own show. It's simple. When you actually break it down, it's simple. And I've spent years and years and years on this journey trying to figure myself out. What do I want? How do I get rid of those voices in my head? How do I hush my own mind? And I can put my hand on my heart and tell you that I can now have a conversation with somebody and not think a thing, not have all these opinions running around in my head, because I truly learned how to listen to somebody, how to listen to myself as well. And I know without a shadow of a doubt, and this card just flipped over in the deck, Justice, I have managed to balance my heart and my mind. I've managed to find that lovely peace in life, and I've managed to make the changes in my life that were necessary to get me to this point. And change is so important. Nothing happens if you stand on the spot wearing out the carpet, repeating a cycle. And I had that conversation this morning as well with somebody. If you look back, can you see the cycle you're repeating? 555 on the timer as I said that. Can you see the cycle you're repeating? Can you see that you're doing it again? Can you see that you've already been there? We've already had this conversation. And not in a negative way. I don't speak to people and say, well, what are you doing that for? All I try to do is point out, you're repeating a cycle. Do you want to repeat that cycle again? You get to choose, free will. I can't tell people to step off the hamster wheel. I can only guide them and let them know that you truly can step off the hamster wheel. It's amazing. It really is an amazing journey. So yeah, the conversations I have with people absolutely amaze me. I love them. They make me smile, they make me joyful, and I love the fact that I can help people. I love the fact that the universe has given me so many things in my past over the last 58 years to allow me to help people. That I can step into that, into their life and say, well, I've already done that. How did I get myself out of that? How did I change my own mind? And then I can help people. They don't always use my methods, of course they don't, but I sow the seed of the method, and then they get to choose whether they go down that route, or they might embellish the method and make it their own, whatever it is. Once you've sown the seed, anything is possible. It truly, truly is. Two of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Balancing your heart and your mind, and not letting your emotions fly away with you, literally, because everything, anxiety, fear, all of those words that I hear so often, especially when I've been tutoring children, they use the anxiety word as if it's, I don't know, the reason for everything. But anxiety is a fuel, and it can be so destructive. And I try my hardest. I try and try and try, especially when I'm talking to children, to show them that they don't have to be that anxious. And with little changes, and one of the biggest changes for kids, in my opinion, is the mobile phone. It needs to be stopped. It needs to be not put in the hands of a child, because it causes anxiety. Not the phone itself, but the content, and what other people can send to children, and what other people, even other children, can say to your child, because there's no ramifications. It's just a text message. It's just a Snapchat thing. I don't even know what they're all called. Honestly, I'm so IT. My phone's really old. But anyway, either way, I try so hard to allow children to make those decisions for themselves. And when they do step away from the media and the masses and everything else, their lives change. I know they do. And we got the Devil card out, because all of this, what's going on in the world, is about obsession. It's about allowing this energy into your life, and not the Nine of Wands energy. And the Nine of Wands energy is, if you look at the length of the legs in this picture, and look how easy that fence would be to break down. When you allow your fences to be broken down, break them down yourself, step out and say, my voice matters. I don't want that reality any longer. The skies really have no limits. It's amazing. It really is an amazing journey. So for anybody listening, if you want to reach out to me, please just look at the links, excuse me, look at the links in my bio, and wow, something doesn't want me to get this message out, and reach out. And if it isn't to me, reach out to somebody else, somebody that you feel might be able to help you. This isn't about trying to get likes or trying to get people onto my groups or anything like that. This is about me just letting you know that if you ask for help, it will always come to you. And you're never alone. You really are never alone. The moment you reach out and ask somebody for help, you're not alone any longer. So my lovelies, that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful Tuesday. I'm off to slimming later, and I'm not going to lie, I haven't been particularly good this week. So whatever the outcome on the scales, it will be what it will be. But I've had a lovely week, the week gone. I've had a lovely, lovely week, and it is what it is. I'm living in the present moment. I'm not worrying about what the scales might say later, and I'm certainly not worried about what went on last week. I'm just living in the present, taking it a day at a time, and letting my life flow around me. And I'm so blessed to be able to do that. Don't forget to smile. You truly never know who might need one. And if you can help another human being in any way, shape or form, even just a little bit, you never know whose life you might change. Sending you lots and lots of love.